Hey guys, today I'm going to give you my spoiler-free review for History of the World Part 2. This is a new Hulu series. I mean, it's a 4-night event with 2 episodes each night. And let me start this off by saying that I am a big fan of History of the World Part 1. I think it's a hilarious movie. I think it's entertaining. And I think the funny part about it was that it was Part 1 and then there was never a Part 2. But we have a Part 2 now, and it is still brought to us by the incredible Mel Brooks. And so is it good? Well, things are subjective when it, like, movies and television are subjective. I will say, when it started out, I was like, I love this cast. And there's so many incredible people. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on. I mean, but just right off the top of my head, we have Wanda Sykes, we have Josh Gad. Oh my gosh, my brain is even like freezing. We have so many people. Ike Barinholtz, we've got so Nick Kroll, like so many people. And I just wanted to love this so much. So it started off and I was like, this is funny, this is entertaining. But the longer it goes on, you're like, okay, it's not, I guess. It's not that funny. It's not that entertaining. It gets worse and worse as it goes on. If it was not for the interest of like giving a full real review, I would have given up after episode 3. It was like, okay, this is a lot. And maybe it's just watching it back to back to back to back. And perhaps that's why they split it up into 4 different nights. But it's entertaining. It's funny. I mean, it's that same kind of humor, right? You're like, this is funny. They're making fun of stuff. This is funny. They're making fun of stuff. They're still making fun of stuff in pretty much the same way they just were. Okay, all right. Okay, this character's getting annoying. Do we need to keep going on and on and on with this character? Because you have, like, the way they're doing it is like they're telling part of a story. And then they're jumping to other stuff. And then they're jumping to another story. And then they're going back to that first story, you know? And it's kind of like that throughout the entire thing. It almost would have been better if maybe, like, each episode was... I honestly do think this would have worked better. Like, if each episode was a full story they're telling, right? Like, they told the story of Jesus Christ. So if they did that in, like, one story, and Easter and that sort of thing, which... that one part was funny. The Easter part was funny. How we came up with Easter was good. But there are certain moments that are like, that's funny. Like, it's making me smile and giggle, like, thinking about it. But overall, I was like, it's one of those ones where I was like, I just want to be on my phone the whole time. And I try really hard when I'm reviewing something to just, if I'm using a phone or a computer, it's because I'm taking notes. And this one was just like, I found myself zoning out a lot and having to back up and being like, okay, do I need to watch this? Do I not need to watch this? And I think it just got old really quickly. Had it been a movie, or had it been every episode being like one cohesive story of this history and time and then going to the next one in a next episode, I think that just would have worked out better. Maybe even if they wanted to tell, what are there, 8 episodes? If they wanted to tell like 16 stories, they could have done 2 in one episode. It just was too much having like 5 or 6 in one episode and you're like, what is happening? There are several, like I said, there are several moments that are funny, several things that are good, but it just goes on too long. So had it been a movie, had the series been split up differently, it just gets old. Like, it's funny at first. You're like, ha, and then it gets really old. Do you see how I'm being repetitive? That is on purpose, because that is exactly how this show is. You're like, I feel like I just saw this. I feel like we just went through this. I know this is a little bit different, but like, it gets frustrating, unfortunately. And I really wanted to love this. I really, really did. And I think some people will. I think some people will really enjoy it. Like I said, the first couple episodes I was in, the first 2 episodes. After the 3rd one, I really, really started to lose interest. And honestly, it was a struggle to get through to the end. There are some gold nuggets in there sprinkled throughout. There's some really great moments and some really, really hard-hitting laughs. But just overall, this was a big miss for me. And it's unfortunate because I really, really did want to love this. 'Cause I really do love the movie. And it's just something you can't touch, right? It's not nearly as good as the original. And it never will be able to be. Even though this is technically a part 2, it's from the same people. It's a great cast too. So it was disappointing for me. It was disappointing for me. But listen, I'm going to have to give this a 1.5 out of 5. I was thinking a 2, but the more I think about it, it has its moments. It has its moments. But is it worth watching? I don't think so. I hope you guys do love it though. And let me know if you've already seen it, what you thought in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. You can follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much to all my monetary supporters, my members, and my Patreons. Love you guys.